Good evening students. In today's class we are going to discuss the errors in chemistry. So fifth topic, mole concept. So there is confusion in the calculation of molar mass. Suppose you are taking H2SO4, sometimes instead of 32 for sulfur you are taking the atomic number as 16 and go wrong as 82. Second one is, sometimes they ask the question, state the law by giving some examples. So many of students have done with only name alone was written, but you also have to write definition because they are asking state the law, so not name alone. Next one is mistakes in the composition, or you can say percentage composition of urea if they give. So some will calculate nitrogen or some other atom, but here percentage composition indicates percentage of all the atoms in this nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Next one more error is calculation of number of atoms in 1 mole water they have given. So here it is very clearly mentioned to find the number of atoms, but what we will do, we will write down as 6.023 into 10 power 23 atoms. But here in water we have 3 atoms, so atomicity is 3, therefore we have to multiply with 3, then you will get the correct answer. Next, calculation of gaseous mixture. Some students, they won't write the volume of unused reactant. So if you are writing mixture or composition of the gas, you have to write the leftover reactants as well as the products. Marks will be lost if you don't write the leftover reactants. Next, one more error is confusion with limiting reagent and excess reagent. What is meant by limiting reagent? The one which is completed, hence you call it as limiting reagent. The one which is left out, hence you call it as excess reagent. So we should not write errors in this. Next, seventh one, relative molar mass of this molecule. So if they give hydrates, like here it is pentahydrate, what mistake here is done? 5 into 2 plus 16 is taken for H22 and oxygen, but here it will become 10 plus 16, which is an error. Instead you have to write either 5 into 18 or you have to write like this, 2 plus 16. Next, balancing errors are also done. I will give one example here. If you are taking ethane, always we have to remember the balancing is always done in the order of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So here 2 carbons, therefore write coefficient 2, then hydrogen 6, therefore coefficient 3. Next, oxygen is calculated as 7. After carbon, hydrogen, finally oxygen should be balanced. If it is odd number, you have to write 7 you got, therefore mention 7 by 2. So this equation is also correct. Otherwise, to get the balanced equation as whole number, you multiply with 2. Entire equation is multiplied with 2 and you get the final balanced equation. Next topic, electrolysis. So what are the common errors you observe in electrolysis? First thing is oxidation and reduction, confusion will be there. Remember LEO, that is loss of electrons, is known as oxidation. Generally metals will do. Suppose sodium minus 1 electron gives Na plus. Second one is gain of electrons is reduction. So you can take oxygen gaining 2 electrons converted into O2 minus. Next, if they give copper to oxide, what is the error in the formula? It is written as CuO2, but copper is having oxidation state of +2 and O is -2. So crisscross method, you get the correct formula CuO. Next, third error, what is done? Writing the formula for Na2AgCN6. So the mistake done is it will be written silver argentocyanide. Many times it was done by the students, but actual name is, this is sodium, then inside this complex ion you call it as argentocyanide. So the name is sodium argentocyanide. Then confusion in the electrochemical series. So the ions which will move towards cathode and anode, for that you should know the preferential discharge theory, and exactly the ion which is having more preference will go to the respective anodes and cathodes. So these are some of the errors done in these 2 topics. So hope you have understood this. Thank you so much.